All right. So first of all, I feel your pain, buddy. I have been in this place before. I hate the feeling of not having anything to talk about, which is why a lot of my life was dedicated to fixing that. Now, of course, the first thought I had was, okay, well, let me teach this guy some conversation techniques. And it's the easiest answer to give to you. And I think most people would be happy with that. But I've been doing this for a long time. I've been coaching for a long time, and I've had me for a long time. So I know what I'm like, and I know what other people are like. And if I just gave you conversation techniques, I don't think that would get to the core of the problem. And that's something I'm really big about, is working on getting to the core of somebody's problem, and especially my own problems. I hate just putting a Band-Aid on top. Oh, I don't know conversation. Let me learn a conversation trick. Let me learn some fun topics to talk about. And I realized that, well, what if you run out of all those topics? So I always like to say, okay, how is a way that I will never, ever, 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 ever have ever run out of topics to talk about? Well, how is there a way for me to never be nervous? How is there a way so I just blah, 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 like I see some of my friends do? And so I think about it. And, you know, I had a quote that I kind of came up with a long time ago. And for a while, I really reminded myself of it. And I reminded my own students, my clients, of it as well. And it goes a little something like this. The point is not to have an endless amount of things to be able to talk about. That's a misperception when it comes to confidence and conversation and being charismatic, being charming. The goal is actually to be completely comfortable with saying nothing. Now think about that. Because if your goal is to have something to talk about at all times, you're gonna kind of be one of those guys that just talks about stuff all the time. Oh, this, that, blah, blah, and never shuts the fuck up. Is that really what you want? Is that really what you're looking for? It's not. If you really dig deeper, what you're really asking is, how do I just be comfortable with people? Right? Right? Because I'll bet you $1 billion if I said to you, you know what? You don't need to say anything to this person. I'll just give you $1 billion. What if that? How's that sound for you? Either I could give you the perfect things to say to this girl while you're on a date with her, or you don't have to say anything to her and I'll just give you $1 billion. You'd be like, well, I just won't say anything to her. In other words, you would rather just not say anything, right? That's the thing. So the point is, how could I just be comfortable just being with a person? Because really, a lot of chemistry, when you think about it, goes unspoken. A lot of chemistry is just being able to look at somebody and feeling this kind of chemistry going on, feeling this connection, feeling this, just like you look and there's something attractive. Maybe it's the look, maybe it's the body language, maybe it's your style, the way you move, and then just something clicks, right? Conversation is a big part of it. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to be like, body language is 99.9% of communication. Like, basically, conversation doesn't fucking matter. No, that's not true. I mean, obviously, conversation matters. But the real thing is, you know, let me jump topic. I found people are more... The most charismatic people, the most charming people in the world, it's really not about what they say. I realized I could give a script to say to one person. And then I could give that same script to a really charming person and have them say the exact same things. And who do you think is going to come out on top? It's going to be the more charming person. I could give the shittiest script to the more charming person and still he would come on top. Why? Well, once again, it really doesn't, you're not asking for conversation topics. You're asking how to be comfortable, okay? So, the first suggestion that I have for you for hanging out with this girl next week is, and this is gonna hurt, but I mean, a lot of what I teach is gonna hurt. I don't like to just teach stuff that's just like, oh, okay. Actually, no, I do a little bit, but a lot of what I teach is meant to get to the core, and sometimes it'll hurt and sometimes it won't. Yeah, I think that's better put. This one's gonna hurt a little bit. Not in a bad way, but in a way where you're like, I know his answer's right, but I don't want to have to do that answer. Can you just give me something to talk about, please? And I'm gonna be strict and hold to it. And I'm saying, no, I'm not going to give you anything to talk about because I already know you have a ton to talk about. You even said it. This is not a problem with people I've talked to for some time. So this is my goal for you. I want you to focus on being as relaxed as possible. That's one. And simply enjoying the girl that you're going to hang out with next week. Just enjoying her presence, just enjoying her being there. Relaxing and enjoying this girl's presence. That's it, okay? Now, this may be really awkward for you because you are going to be facing your demons head on. And that's why it may hurt a little bit, because you may come out really awkward in this interaction. But listen, I think you said you're young. I'm sure you're like 18. Yeah, you're almost 18. You have a long way ahead of you. You have a lot of people to meet. You have a lot of women to date. Don't really focus on this one or that one or this one or that one. I'm sure you're going to be fine in the future. I love to focus on bettering myself rather than bettering my chances with, it's like, you know, I never go out on a date and go, oh, how do I better my chances with this girl tonight? I think, oh, I'm going to go on this date. How do I make myself better at dates by going on this date tonight? Because I think about the long term. I think about, you know, how I'm going to be for the rest of my life. Because I hate Band-Aids. Because, every time I've tried to fix something with a Band-Aid, it never works out. You know, the Band-Aid just kind of gets a little wet, rotten, it just kind of deadly falls off, just like dead. You don't want to, you want to go to the core. You want to see what's actually causing the problem. So, once again, just relax. Be as relaxed as possible. Have that inner chill. Just chill. I'm here, I'm just enjoying myself. I'm going to the mall, whatever, and I'm just going to enjoy this person as much as possible. And you're gonna say, what does that mean to enjoy this person? Do I have to like do something to enjoy it? No, you don't. Literally just go there. She talks, she says something cute, just look at her and just on the inside just be like, this girl's adorable. I know why I am out with her right now, because she is freaking cute. I mean, that's the best feeling in the world anyway, isn't it? What we're working on, my friend, is getting you to be as comfortable as possible with nothing. Why? Because that is your baseline for confidence. When you could walk out there completely naked, completely vulnerable, with having no tools, and be confident and be relaxed, well, then we could start working. Then I could start teaching you conversation technique. I could teach you the most powerful conversation technique in the world. I am like literally like frustrated at the fact that I'm holding to my principles and not giving you anything, because I know I could give you conversation technique that will rip this girl a new asshole. But I won't, because I know that to build your confidence to what it truly needs to be, you need nothing right now except for relaxation and appreciation.